Hello, welcome to Curry Girl Tech Talk. I am Krystal Curry. Thank you for joining. Today is the final episode of our Web3 series. Having the option to join financial markets is not trivial. I would like everyone to have the ability to participate and the economic prosperity of the country. One of my primary goals for this series is to explore the digitization of currency and get an update on how things have progressed in that arena. Though we know that banking has been computerized for some time, the introduction of cryptocurrencies, stablecoins, and tokenization concepts are fairly new with Web3 infrastructure as the foundation. Blockchain technology offers a large, immutable, shared database ledger that tracks these transactions, and that is significant. My goal for today with putting it all together is to walk you through a step-by-step process of initiating a digital currency account, funding that account with stablecoins, and accessing your digital wallet. This walkthrough is to release some fears and anxieties surrounding the ease of use of some of these DeFi apps and AI tools that are essentially used for payments and trading in the digital currency and crypto ecosystem. Remember, this podcast is not providing investing advice. I am primarily focused on the technology surrounding these things. I just want to demonstrate how these cryptocurrency and digital wallets work so that you can test out the technology and see if this is something that might work for you. I just want to start out with a price stable currency or a token USDC that is pegged to the US dollar or a stable coin. Circle is one company that I am most comfortable with to test this technology. Circle USDC is a solution for customers to purchase and use USDC tokens for payments and trading. And more importantly, USDC provides a fully reserved US dollar backed stablecoin. The funds deposited into Circle accounts are placed into custodial accounts at FDIC insured banks, which means essentially that funds placed on behalf of a Circle user are protected by FDIC insurance. And then blockchain is offering the financial and operational transparency. Circle framework is to be regulated for U.S. money transmission laws. So I had intended for this to be an initial live review and a full walkthrough of each step. However, just as I was set to record, I received some communication from a Circle representative saying that Circle has discontinued their services for individual investors and that full services are only offered to business clients. So the good news is that if you have a business entity, Circle has a platform and services. One is called Circle Mint, which is designed for businesses and institutions that want to mint large volumes of USDC, which is their coin that is converting US dollars into USDC coins directly. The stable coins are fully reserved and always redeemable 1-for-1 for the US dollar. And then Circle Pay platform is also protected by FDIC insurance. So that's the good news. The bad news is that individual investors are no longer able to utilize the Circle platform. All right. Of course, I was searching for a backup platform, and naturally, I found Coinbase, which has an equity stake in Circle, committing themselves to USDC stablecoin. So here is what I want you to know. All right, so fundamentally, I want you to know that cryptocurrency is decentralization. Remember the episode introducing the Web3 series? We talked about one of the primary concepts of Web3 technologies is decentralization. Decentralization means that users own their own data So before we get into this Coinbase walkthrough, Coinbase is not FDIC insured. Coinbase is not an FDIC insured bank, and digital currency is not insured by the FDIC. I must do that disclaimer. And again, this is not a financial advice podcast. The Federal Reserve acknowledges the technological innovation of digital assets as a form of money, but the federal government warns that there are risks that might leave customers vulnerable to theft and fraud, despite its understanding of the potential of CBDCs, which are Central Bank Digital Currency. So a U.S. Central Bank of Digital Currency, or a CBDC, would be a tokenized, blockchain-based version of the U.S. dollar, maintained and issued by the Federal Reserve. This form of money would be like cryptocurrency and use the blockchain technology, but it would be a regulated Federal Reserve currency. It would be regulated by the Federal Reserve, recognized as legal tender, and backed with full faith and credit of the U.S. government. It's key to note that CBDC is not the same as cryptocurrency. Although CBDC uses the primary technology, which is blockchain, it is not the same as cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is decentralized, as I mentioned before, and controlled by the user, whereas the Central Bank Digital Currency is centralized under the Federal Reserve. Those are the key points. The U.S. does not have a central bank digital currency. Countries were piloting, researching, developing, and exploring a CBDC initiative for their economies. As of 2024, the U.S. Federal Reserve has decided not to supplement its existing monetary system with a cryptocurrency. If you are interested in cryptocurrencies and stablecoins, the following steps are the steps that you would need to do to create an account and utilize this functionality. Okay, so essentially my backup is to go through Coinbase. So if you're going to be remember, we're in a decentralized environment. We're going to be creating a Coinbase account, which Coinbase is not FDIC insured. Essentially, we're going to create a Coinbase account, fund that Coinbase account, and connect our digital wallet to see how we can use those funds in that account to swap for other currencies. And these few steps, what I'm going to do is just take you through the process of creating that account. And the first thing you're going to do is go to their website. You're going to click sign up. So the first step is to go to coinbase.com, click sign up. Okay. When you click sign up, we're going to choose individual account. So the first thing you want to select is individual. Once you select individual, the next step is to create your account. All right, so it prompts you to enter your email address. So there, you'll just want to enter an email account that you use regularly and that you would like to manage your cryptocurrency from. So you'll enter your email address. And then once you enter your email address, you'll click continue. The next step is to go through the verification process. So you're just going to verify that that is a valid email. And then, so you'll go to your email, click on the email that was sent to you in your email account and click verify to verify your account. All right, once you have validated your email address, then you can go in and sign into your actual Coinbase account once it's created. So you'll just need to go back to coinbase.com, use your email address that you set up and you've confirmed, and then put in your password and get into your account. All right. And then once you're actually into your Coinbase account, that's where you're going to finalize your account setup. You're going to be able to go to the dashboard and you're going to be able to see what's going on with your account. It'll say welcome and you'll be able to see your home page. Now, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see the welcome, and it'll tell you what steps are remaining to complete your account setup. So the next step is to add a payment method. Okay, and the reason why we need to add a payment method is because that is going to allow us to transfer funds from your bank account to fund actually buying your first cryptocurrency. And so if you look down on your homepage, you'll see the next step is to add a payment. And that's what you'll do. You'll go through add payment, and on the right, you'll see a button. So you click on add payment, and then there are options there: buy, sell, deposit, withdraw. All right, and then it recommends either doing a bank account or a debit card. And these are up to you. I just did my debit card so that I could just initially take a little bit of funds from my debit card and deposit it over into this account to get a stable coin to test the technology. So if you want to do that, you can just click. If you want to connect your bank account, it'll take a couple days for them to, just verify your bank account. Otherwise, if you go to debit card, now if you connect your bank account, there are no fees associated with it. If you do your debit card, there are fees associated with it, but either one, there's instant ability to process your funds from your account over into your Coinbase account once set up. If you click on debit card, it'll tell you what the limits are, and it'll tell you the fees, and it'll tell you the support. So with your debit card, you can buy crypto, but if you just connect, select whichever you want to do and click continue, and then enter in your information. So you'll enter in your debit card, and it's just that simple. Once you'll go through a verification process to add the payment method, and once that's confirmed, you'll see a green button to the left. So there are the 3 steps. It'll say account created, verify your info, and then once you've added your payment method, you'll see green check mark that says your payment method has been added. And then you'll be ready to buy your first crypto. All right, so Coinbase is offering 4.35% rewards for having a USDC on Coinbase. So essentially, once you get into your Coinbase account, if you look to the right, you'll see different options at the top. There's an option to buy, sell, and convert. All right, if you toggle among those things, there are different options that become available to you. But there's Ethereum, there's Bitcoin, and there's sell options, and then there's buy options, of course. And so we're going to buy crypto. But the thing is, if you scroll down the screen, you'll see Explore Coinbase. And when you look there, you'll see an opportunity to earn 4.35% on cash. And if you click that opportunity, you'll see earn 4.35% rewards by simply holding USDC. All right, so it's the cash equivalent to 1-to-1 to the US dollar. So you would just click on buy USDC. All right, and then once you've clicked on that, it'll take you through the process of actually buying a USDC stablecoin back 1-for-1 for the US dollar. All right, so in summary, creating your account is simple. You're just going to enter your email address, go through some verification steps to confirm your account is set up, and then you're going to fund your account through setting up your payment, whether that be through your bank, or if you just want to put your debit card in there to initialize your account with money. And then once you've done that, you're ready to fund your wallet with USDC. Those are just a few simple steps of how you would go through funding your USDC. There are other platforms like Robinhood, and there's an app called Webull that I use. I use Webull to invest a few dollars in stocks, ETF funds, and even REITs. I've used my Webull account to actually do that, and it offers investment opportunities for cryptocurrency as well. So there's not just Coinbase, but there are other accounts that will allow you to do investments into cryptocurrency. And I have to interject here and say that there are other highly esteemed, reputable organizations like Fidelity that have long-standing customers, Morgan Stanley, and places that have management process for accounts. These apps are fairly new. I just want to offer that. If you have a company that you've used before, you may ask them about cryptocurrency and being able to create a a cryptocurrency account with them just to test out the technology. That gives you just my very, very high level of how you would go about initiating a digital currency account. Do you remember from our Web3 introduction, I recalled that during the pandemic, we moved to a more cashless society as a precaution from the COVID-19 virus. And honestly, I would like to know your opinion about cash versus cashless. Though technology is very convenient and easy to use, it is sometimes imperfect. Servers can go down. There are many different ways things can happen with technology. I believe that blockchain is secure, but we've discussed in this series how vulnerable technology can be. So give me your opinion. Go through our social media sites. My handle across all of them is at Curry Girl Tech Talk. And I'd like to know your opinion about cash versus cashless. Let me know what your thoughts are. All right, so that ends the Web3 series. I've mentioned some of the aspects of AI and Web3 are completing things significantly faster and may reduce the workforce. But I want to be clear that my career started out as a computer programmer, and I believe in developers and technologists, and I believe that they are very necessary. I'm an avid advocate for developers and open source tools. I believe that these emerging technologies will open up space for developers and technologists and entrepreneurs and offer new business insights. We've talked about reskilling, transformation of jobs, and upskilling as necessary because AI algorithms are looking to take over a lion's share of work previously done by technology professionals at somewhat of a higher efficiency and speed. But I do believe that a human lens is still needed. And one of the things, I have been thinking about recently is the concept of job sharing. I don't know if any of you have ever seen this before, but I saw a series about Best Buy, someone from their corporate office that was talking about this concept of job sharing. And basically, job sharing is where two people or two developers may be working on a project. One comes into the office Monday through Wednesday. The other comes in the office Wednesday through Friday. On Wednesday, they both come into the office. So when they're in the office on Wednesday, they do their jobs together. They talk about what's going on. So they sync up on Wednesdays. But Monday through Wednesday, one is in the office. Wednesday through Friday, the other's in the office. And it's a concept that I think we could potentially consider as some of these jobs take transforming roles. Some may experience some degradation, as Dr. Kuchimachi mentioned, and others may transform altogether. We do not know. But as we continue to navigate this space, I do want to say that I believe that this new technology and this transformation process is also bringing in the need for even more developers, even more technologists that understand the foundational principles of computer science. I did want to interject that because I know in the last episode I talked about this not need for developers to come in because you can utilize this technology yourself. But yeah, that while that offers some convenience, we still know that there are developers on the back end that are doing a lot of this work. So I did want to interject that and say that I am an avid advocate of developers and technology professionals. I hope that this series, both my AI series and Web3 series, have given you some insight into these emerging technologies. Stay tuned. So I once traveled with a friend to visit her family, which is in Kentucky. Ironically, one of the U.S. Federal Reserve offices is there, but it is also home to several mountain ranges. Such a beautiful landscape. And as I was riding through these picturesque views, I began to name the mountains as a joke with my friend. I began with that's Heart Attack Hill and the Big Rock of Life Shock. Okay, so I was going through something at the time. Like life, traversing the technology landscape can feel like a mountain and an uphill climb. But today, let's reframe those negatives into positives, like the peak of possibilities, leveling up by leveraging technology, the pinnacle of perfection, the summit of technology and innovation, or simply the elevation of life. I've learned the cyclical nature of technology and transformation. I believe that once we embrace these changes and reframe them into opportunities, we can see things from a fresh perspective and give it a new lens. So let's be empowered with these new advances in technology and become comfortable with not knowing everything, because the future is unknowable. Though blockchain and Web3 have introduced new technologies for DeFi by creating some major advances, I see the value proposition. I believe there are some good ways that we can use Web3 and the convergence of AI and other technologies with blockchain to benefit society, and with the overarching concepts of DAOs to build communities. I am going to take a break to facilitate my leadership seminars, and then I will continue the podcast weekly with topics at the intersection of technology, gaming, sports, and entertainment. If you have questions about the Web3 series, please connect with me at currygirltechtalk.com contact. And registration for my leadership seminar is available at currygirltechtalk.com leadership seminar. Thank you for joining. I am Krystal Curry. Take care. For sponsorship and partnership opportunities, connect at info@currygirltechtalk.com.